Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to talk today about how to change out these fender flares to carbon fiber fender flares. This is Christopher's 2023 Bronco. It is a Wiltrak, so it's got the Sasquatch edition. This is a little bit wider fender. So with the new carbon fiber fenders, it's going to give a little bit more clearance and it's going to come out about 1 inch. So let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take these fender flares off. Now, the great thing about the fender flares are there's just some levers underneath the bottom of them. You pull the levers just to the right. So you've got 5 of them on there. Make sure we get them all. And then once you get those, we'll get the last one on. It just pulls right off. So it makes it a lot easier for you to replace these things if they ever break. But what we're going to do is we're going to put the carbon fiber ones on there, and the neat thing about those is we're able to screw those on so they don't come off. Okay, now that we've got the fender off, the first thing we're going to have to do is take these standard holes that are in here and drill them out a little bit. What they tell you to do is use a 25/64 drill bit, but I'll tell you what, I had a hard time trying to find one. As a matter of fact, I couldn't find one. So what I went ahead and did is I bought the next size down, and I'm going to use that and just hone it out just a little bit. Once we do that, we're going to put rivet nut in there, and we'll show that in the next step. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and drill these out. Now, just one thing to let you know about drilling these out. The reason why we drill these out and the reason why we put nuts on here is because, as you saw before, when I took that fender off, it was quite easy. As a matter of fact, it took about 5 seconds. The nice thing about these new ones are the theft problems. With the old ones, people tend to steal these things and resell them on the internet. For these, once they're on, they're not coming off. So let's go ahead and drill these out. Quite easy to do. Only takes just a second. All right, so the next thing we're going to do once we get these drilled out is we're going to use this Doyle, it's a 10-inch professional nut setter kit. These things you can get on Harbor Freight for about 48 bucks. You get them in just a few days. One of the things you're going to do is you're going to take these nut setters, you're going to put them in the holes in order to secure the nuts. So the first thing you do is you open up this thing, you screw the nuts on there all the way down till it reaches the bottom. Then you push it in the hole here, and then you, while it's flat, just squeeze it and then unscrew it. And it's really that easy to put in. And again, the great thing about these is once you put the nuts in with the carbon fiber, it's damn near impossible to get them out. Okay, now we've got all 5 of these in. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go get our carbon fiber fender flare, and we're going to hone out the holes on that so we can make everything fit right on. So now we've got these beautiful fender flares that go on here. By the way, these fender flares are made by LOBO Off-Road. They're out of California. I think Christopher and I picked them up for right at about $1,500 a set. They weren't bad at all, and the quality is very good. So one of the things that they'll explain to you, even on Lobos, is that these holes that are on the back here are just a set hole to know where the approximate location is on the fenders on your truck. What we go ahead and do, and what they recommend, is to take your drill and take what they call a step drill. And once you get the step drill, you're going to drill out these holes a little bit bigger, and then you're going to adjust them to fit as you're putting the fender flare onto the truck. So let's go ahead and get these holes all drilled out. Okay. Now that we've got the holes drilled out on the back of the fender flare, we're going to go ahead and attach it to the fender here. The first thing to show you as you want to come up close here It comes with the 5 bolts. It comes with locking washers and then the regular flat washers. So the locking washer goes on the bolt first, and then the flat washer goes on. The flat washer will be up against the fender. As you start, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the fender and you're gonna put it up against the fender flare, and you're gonna put it up against the fender, and you're gonna put the first screw in. Now the reason why you want to do that and get it started, don't tighten it, but just get it started, is so then you can go ahead and measure the other holes. Once you get all the other holes measured and you see that they all fit, then you can go ahead and put the rest of them in. You might have to take the fender off once or twice to hone those holes to make sure that they line up, as not every one is absolutely perfect. So let's go ahead and get this thing on. So if you come on down here and see underneath, you'll see that there are 5 bolts underneath that you put in. So once you get all these on there, you hand tighten them, and then after you get them all hand tight, you'll go ahead and you'll use a 10mm wrench to snug them down. Now, when you snug them down, make sure that you do them a little bit at a time at each bolt so that the whole fender flare goes on flush. If you don't do it that way, they won't line up nicely with the body lines. So let's go ahead and get them all tightened up. All right, we've got the fender flares on, carbon fiber. Boy, I tell you what, they really, really look good. You want to go ahead and take some nice spray white wax and wax them down real good. After you're done, make sure you clean off all the little pieces of carbon fiber from the drilled area. And look at that, absolutely beautiful carbon fiber flares by LOBO Off-Road. A couple of things to let you know. Next, about a week from now, we're going to be getting in our AWE dual exhaust. That's going to be the next install on Christopher's truck. And don't forget, very soon we're going to be releasing the new store here on www.igotbuck.com. Shirts, koozies, lanyards, all this stuff is going to be coming out real soon. So go to the site, take a look, and looking forward to seeing you next time.